history of design. I'm going to talk a little bit about my background. I think that's the best way to start. My first speech ever. My background is design. I graduated with a design degree, and I've been doing design for 14 years up to recently. Even taught for a while psychology of color, psychology in general, at the same university that I graduated with a design degree / architecture, minor in architecture. So, and I've had a business here in Austin for the last 6 years, and every time, no matter how young and how old and how I proceed in my career, I've always been asked, what is the key to design because you're so great at what you do? Because I really am. Though now I don't do it anymore, I'm really good at what I do, because for me, design is psychology. It is pretty much, it is not just putting things together that are on a catalog, but it pretty much is a feeling, it's an emotion, it's a gravitation towards people, it's a gravitation towards something. So I did prepare a little bit of definition of what design is, and I remember speaking with my classrooms all the time when I was much younger, and I would talk to them about the psychology of color. And I would always pull out books, massive books like this, like, you know, color and encyclopedias of what colors can do and how it stimulates and why signs are yellow and why signs are red and why green makes us go and why, you know, white is a blanket of nothing, and so forth. But design, what design is pretty much, I'll read a definition for you so that it's not my words. Design is a creation of a plan or convention of the construction of an object or a system. In cases of direct construction of an object is also considered as design. More formally, design has been defined also as a specification of an object manifested by an agent intended to accomplish a goal. Another definition for design is a roadmap or strategic approach for someone to achieve a unique expectation. So, that always leads me to believe and to think about is when people ask me, why are you so good at, or how do I do this, and how come you did this, and I always tell people, look upon yourself. Design is not something you just pick out of a catalog or something that you learn. It's an emotion, it really is. You know, people have inspirations every day, whether it is that you're a songwriter, you're a drinker, you're anything. Anything, there's design in everything that we live and breathe. You know, I'm an interior designer, but there's so many designs out there. I mean, we have hospitality, residential, commercial, boat design, cars, manufacturers, product design. We have so many designs. Everything we're seeing in our today vision of the building, the floor, the concrete, the ceiling, the furniture, the bottles of the liquor behind me, or behind us all. Everything has been designed, has been thought about for hours and countless hours of work and theory as to why it's developed that way and why it looks that way. So I tell people, look for inspirational books. You know, if this really helps for those people that use the left or the right side of the brain and not correctly and don't understand how to put stuff, look at books. And I mean, if it's hard for someone to visualize, I'm a person that I sit in a bar and I get inspired by a bar. I can sit and get inspired by Betty in her green shirt. You know, I mean, it's something that I just evoke an emotion when I look at things, and I know how the emotion is affected by your being in your space. So I always ask people, look through images if that really helps you, especially beautiful books like this, or beautiful books like, or other designers' work like this is Mary McDonald, Interiors. You know, high-end, very beautiful, very gorgeous, and even things like this can invoke certain feelings and emotions. When you start putting objects together in your space, they come together. And, you know, a lot of the reasons why we have issues with design nowadays is the fear of not being good enough, or not looking as sophisticated, or not keeping up with the social indications of what our spaces should feel like, or our bottles should be, our bottles or anything should look like. So, and you know, design itself is an expression. So go ahead and just, you know, feel that expression anytime you want. And even if you don't know what you're doing, use, you know, there's a term in interior design that's called smoke and mirrors. I'm sure we all have heard that. You know, that is a great, you know, way to think about it. Just make it happen. Put two things together and just tell people it's what you feel and what you want. You know, it's the way it is. But there's a beautiful quote that I always live by. It's, life beats down and crushes the soul, and art reminds you that you have one. So when you walk into your space, whether it be your car, your home, your bedroom, your bathroom, your office, put something that is you. anything. I don't care what it is. People will fall in love and admire your creativity and your design. And it's always going to be your vision, and that becomes your design and your following constantly. Or simplicity. I'm a simple person. Simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication. Leonardo da Vinci, not DiCaprio. He didn't do that way.
Not dress hotter.
Right? So, the mystery of design, there really isn't one. All it is your feelings, your emotions, what you want, your creativity, what you love, all put together in one room, one space. That's it. So there is no mystery, but if you do have questions, I'll leave you my business card. You can certainly call me anytime, and I'll walk you through it. But it's pretty much your own vision put together in one space.